Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Boss Body Podcast. This is Sarah Haas, and I am so glad you're here with me today. I am really excited because I have a special guest. Her name's Deborah Kozich, and she is an amazing woman, and I have gotten to know her over the past little bit, and I feel like she has an amazing message to share with you all. She's a midlife self-love coach and a certified light master, an integrative wellness guide, and a transformational love and certified life coach. So she has lots of experience. And I know a lot of you are in midlife, just like I am. And that's one of her specialties is guiding women through times of challenge and through these transitional times so that they can feel joy and passion and excitement and have the life that they really love and enjoy. So, Deborah, I'm so happy you're here with me. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. I'm so happy to be here as well and to share with your audience these amazing tools to help us move through midlife.
Yes. Yeah. I cannot wait for people to kind of hear your story and get to know you a little bit better and sort of hear about the things you do and the advice you have. So, can you just start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, yes, of course. So, my passion for wellness and nutrition goes way back. Uh, for years, people have always come to me and asked advice, and I would always go out of my way um, to research and to not only help myself be healthier through whatever challenges I might be going through, whether it be life challenges, possibly a divorce or a death in a family, or not feeling well, possibly not eating properly. Sometimes we go through changes in life where we might self-sabotage by eating too much sugar or going to that cookie bin, and then you start wondering, why am I not feeling well? Why am I sad and lacking joy and energy? So I was working with women primarily in between a career that I had. It allowed me to work in a gym that I had at home, and we would do our fitness workout and we would have great results. But those results I found over time weren't sticking. um, Maybe 3 months, 6 months, but then they would go back, they would revert back. So I found there was a missing link, and including for myself. And it went a little deeper, it became a spiritual connection. And it was the missing link of connecting to the heart and really realizing that our heart has a mind. And once I was able to put all of those together, the heart, body, mind, and spirit, the fitness became a whole product of evolution and bringing total harmony and balance to the body. And results, then we would get results. And I noticed them with myself and also with my clients. And so that's where it started, realizing that it was more than just diet, which is important. Exercise is important, but you have to come from a deeper heart mind level commitment, engagement with your higher self, and listening, learning to listen to the whispers that might be coming from a higher place, guiding you, supporting you. And so that's where it pretty much began, realizing that there was that missing link, which is where I come from now, is talking about the light within, to be the light that you are, to shine bright through light, and to understand that obstacles do happen in life. I've been through a divorce, death in my family, um, also a suicide with my brother. And so what happens is you realize there's more to life and that you have to come from a deeper level. And total wellness, when we realize, comes from a deeper level and deeper connections, we're able to adapt to life better and to overcome, to achieve. So now that I'm in midlife, and in early retirement, I'm looking to help women go through midlife and to connect with their higher self, their higher source, and to have a way of living life, engaging fully, and to be more in harmony and balance, and to adapt to the challenges that we do face. So it could be sleepless nights, it could be hot flashes, it could be pain in our body, we tend to maybe get less flexible as we get older. So there's stretching techniques that I like to share, and most of all, just opening up the pathways through meditation and ways that you can stay flexible and adapt to the changes that do happen in life. It's part of living life. So I believe if we can live life in the light being that we are, it reflects out into our family, our communities, and into the world. And not only does it refract from the light energy that we are, it reflects. So just this is a passion that I have in sharing ways to bring light energy, not only to our being, but to the food we eat, to our exercise program, the way we wake up in the morning. It's all synergistic, and it all comes from right here, our heart.
Oh, yeah. I could not agree more. And going back to what you said really resonates with me. And I know it will resonate with my listeners because I hear this all the time is that cycling that, you get on a wellness program, you start working out, you start eating better, whatever it is, and then
Mhm.
revert back and you don't understand why. I hear the words discipline and willpower, and, I don't believe that that is where it comes from. That's just our way of blaming ourselves. And,
Exactly.
what it really means is not having self-confidence, not feeling worthy, not feeling that you're enough, whatever it is, struggling with
Mhm.
challenges and past things, you touched on, some of the experiences you've gone through, divorce and death in your family. And so if you don't investigate those deeper reasons, you're going to continue to be stuck in those
Mhm.
cycles. And I know that I discovered that in my own life. You really have to deal with your shit.
You do.
You're never gonna be in balance if you have imbalances internally.
Right,
And
and we have a choice, and once we realize we have a choice, and to understand that obstacles can become opportunities to grow, and then when we grow through whatever the pain may be, the issues that are awakening us to live in a higher vibration, and to know that we're not alone, and that we do have tools, the wonderful tools that you share and bringing to your audience, just the love and the light that you share brings forth awareness to the community so that they know they do have choice. That to me is so important, to know you have a choice.
awareness, I love that you use
Yes,
that word because it's hard to be aware until someone kind of guides you and helps point that out. Because
exactly.
we tend to think of wellness on a surface level of I just need to exercise and I just need to eat well. But first of all, you need to be overall well, body, mind, and spirit. And second of all, it goes back to that cycle, that unhealthy pattern of stopping and starting, and that we have inner work to do. And I really love that that is what you have keyed in on because I know I do a lot of work with my clients on that inner because it starts with the foundation. Of course, you need nutrition. Of course, you need body movement. But I call it a check engine light, and I forget how you put it, but it reminded me of the same thing. Oh, challenges and adversity are an opportunity.
Mhm.
And so I call it a check engine light. So if you see something that's out of balance, like your wellness, that is a message from yourself or from the divine, however you want to look at it, that something needs to be addressed. And we feel like it's a bad thing. We feel like, okay, illness or carrying extra weight or, not sticking to a wellness routine, not eating well, whatever it is bad. But when you
Right.
look at it from a different perspective as this isn't bad, this is just a message. You
Mhm.
just need to listen and become curious. What is this message that my
Mhm.
body and my intuition is trying to convey to me, and what direction do I need to go? And a lot of times we need guides for that. And that's where you come in, is helping people identify, what are these areas that they need to dive into and understand and learn about, so that they can meet these challenges and weather these transitions
Mhm.
and come out on the other side and be powerful and be in control of yourself and your life. I mean, I don't mean fully in control, we never are, but I mean feeling confident that you know what you need and you know how to give yourself that.
Exactly. And what I've had to come to learn along my pathway, and it goes, everything you're talking about goes right back to not only self-care, but it goes to a deeper level of self-love. So many times we're self-sabotaging because we're living in a fear paradigm, searching for ways to be love, feel love, to look beautiful from the outside. But when we come from the inside, it's a deeper level, a deeper connection to what self-love really is. And that's a whole nother area that I go into with my clients as well, is self-love approach, how to identify what love really is, absolute love, how to identify the different kinds of love. So when you go into this deeper level of self-love and self-care, the the ways of being able to connect with what joy really is, what passion really is, what strength and courage and creativity really is, then you're able to flourish, and then you're able to light up your life. And then you're able to adapt to change, including going through midlife. Midlife um, offers many obstacles, but if we understand that those obstacles are a way to clear a path to cleanse our body, including menopause, when women have fibroids, or they have issues with um, uh, gynecological issues going through midlife, that's our body's way of cleansing and clearing out. You always want to make sure that you have great doctor care as well, but there's ways to balance your hormones so that your body can adapt to those physical changes as well. And then there's emotional changes, that because our hormones go crazy, it's like there's tips and tools that you can use to adapt to those changes too. And I offer those in my practice.
Oh man, there is such a need for all of that. I know I'm experiencing a lot of those issues right now with I've shared with my audience many times that I went through breast cancer. It started back in 2019, and I wasn't in menopause at that point. I was 47, I think that's right. 47, 48, something like that. And I had not started that process, but then the chemotherapy immediately pushes you into menopause. And then after all my treatments, now I take a medication that's a hormone blocker to keep me there.
Mhm.
And so I'm having all the things, the hot flashes, the night sweats, and any tools that I can find that help me through that. And like you said, it's not just mental. I mean, it's not just physical, it's mental and emotional.
Mhm.
There's so many things, so many changes that you're going through. And I feel like even the word menopause has a bad connotation, in society. It's like, oh, downhill and, you know,
No, it's our
it-
body's way of pausing to cleanse. And like with
right.
what you're going through, I applaud you for coming through the other side and going through the healing process and everything that you've been through. So having to come to a place of self-care, self-love, and to overcome all those challenges, and then to reach out and help other women too, to know they're not alone and that there is help. And this is my mission in midlife, is to help other women know they're not alone, and that there are tools that we can use to help us through. There's resources. And then there's simple techniques too that we can use every day, um, to help us to become the light that we are and to shine, opening pathways. I have light energy practices that I use, meditations that I use to open up pathways to allow healing to continue, to allow vibrant energy to come into all your cells, neurons, to your heart center. And so I'm just so happy to be here and to be able to have this conversation with you.
I think it's so important. I feel like there is definitely not enough conversation out there about midlife and about menopause. And you mentioned that, you're not alone. It can feel like you are. Like, what is, maybe you have a couple girlfriends and you can kind of talk about it, but you don't really know, what to do. You can kind of search the internet or, talk to your doctor, and that gives you some tools. But I love that you are helping people dive in deeper than just the physical, because it's such a time of transition and change, and it can be really scary.
Mhm.
You're looking at, okay, this is my second half of my life. What have I done? What have I not done? And, me facing my own mortality even kicked that into a higher gear. But even if you don't have an experience like I did, it's kind of funny that that happened to me right at that midlife point as
Mhm.
well. So I think I had a lot to learn. And in one way, that was my body's way of being a catalyst to that. And of course, I wish I hadn't gone through that. Of course, it was brutal, but I do see that there were so many good things that came out of it, so much of a lesson, so many things that I can share with other people.
Mhm. And understanding,
Yeah, understanding.
compassion.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got to help each other. And that is what you're doing is, you were saying self-love. And I
Mhm.
think that's a hard one for so many people. And even hearing the word, it almost seems like cliche because you hear that all the time. You've got to love yourself. And we hear it. And I remember thinking, well, do I love myself? Like, what does that mean? Like, how do I know? Yeah, I think I love myself, but expanding on that. And like you said, it's absolutely not about beauty on the outside, because we seek that outward validation,
Mhm.
and we're always pushing ourselves to look better and be better externally, so that people love us, so that people want
Mhm.
us around, so that, we feel like we have to have that in order to get the love and affection that we need. And really, it's not, I mean, I could say this a million times, and I think people need to hear it a million times. It's not about that. People don't love you because of your outward achievements. People love you, and you love yourself because of who you really are.
Mhm.
Your passion, your strengths, your creativity, all those things that you mentioned. And we just tend to like breeze over those
Mhm.
and go, oh yeah, yeah, I know I'm funny. Yeah, of course. I take great care of my family, or take great care of my friends, or, I'm smart, or I've worked hard, all those things, we
All
tend
those
to.
things that you're sharing can go away though. All those, because they're things. So I love how you're sharing this because it's helping me realize that when we connect with our higher self, there's a that power, and I like to call it the I am power, that I am that I am. So in listening to what you're sharing and what you're saying, when we can connect at that deeper level, and when we find ourselves starting to veer towards the fear part of it, I'm like if you're feeling angry or sad or confused, or you're stuck in pain, or you're going through a challenging time, through chemotherapy or through cancer or through death in a family, you have to dig deeper because those outside things go away. they're part of the fear paradigm. So when we can connect to our higher source, the power of I am. So whether the audience listening is religious or spiritual, I like to look at it as our higher consciousness connecting to our higher source. I call it personally spirit of truth, because I'm connecting with my truth, the power of I am. So this is something that I have learned over the years. It's true freedom found from within, because we're connecting with our higher source, meaning whatever God is, our creator, our higher source, we know that it's faith, strength, love, wisdom, peace, all those energies that create a vibrant synergy are of healing source, loving source. The power of I am is what will get us through anything, and through midlife, through challenges, through difficulty, through health issues. It's where we go when we're feeling all alone, to know that we're not alone.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's so true. You aren't alone, but sometimes we can feel that we're alone. And
Mm-hmm.
you touched on that so many things are happening externally, but finding your inner peace, finding that grounding, I call that being the eye of the storm, the eye of the tornado, because we cannot help that life is going to be crazy. We cannot help that bad things are going to happen. Divorce, deaths, traumas, illness, whatever it is, those things are going to happen and you can't control it, but you can ground yourself in love and in power. And I agree with you 100%. It's all about connecting with that source, connecting with that higher power that, I believe it's in me and outside of me.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. It's everything. It's the universe, it's God, and it's within you because you're all connected to that higher power. And sometimes we feel a disconnect. We get lost from that because we're caught up in what do I need to do? Who do I need to be? What are the physical things I'm doing here on this earth? And once you connect with that, you realize you're not alone. You realize that the universe is on your side and it's supporting you 100%, and that you are fully, fully loved. And that's where self love comes from. Because if you are fully, unconditionally loved by that source, then you are love within yourself as well.
And that love within yourself is a light. It's a light that is ignited or can be reignited, because some of us get lost along the way, like we're sharing, confused, numb to what is going on around us. So when we can reconnect with that light center within our being of who we are, which is what I teach and help clients understand, the magnificence of this, the magic of this, to reignite the light that you are, so that you can shine through anything.
Yeah, it's
You can
like
be that light.
Dorothy on The Wizard of Oz. You had it all along. You just had to go through these challenges. That's an amazing metaphor for life and for finding yourself, because it's so true. But we have to go through these challenges in order to realize that we had it within ourselves. And a lot of times we feel powerless. We
Mhm.
feel fearful, and really, the power is within us. We aren't powerless, but we just have to tap into that and become that grounded eye of the storm. And
Mhm.
so I understand that you have a practice that kind of helps people find that grounding, and it gives you like a starting point in order to start feeling that calmness and
Mhm.
losing that fear so that you can start tapping into yourself. And I would love for you to share that with the listeners.
I would love to. I have many practices that I use. This one is a simple one that you can use every day at any time. I prefer upon waking, or maybe if you're out on a walk and you can have the sun shine on you in front of your mirror in the morning. You may be going through, you're feeling pain in a particular area. You might be not sure why you're feeling less energy. Whatever you might be going through, you can just simply ask this question by looking at yourself in a mirror or just getting in tune with yourself. So what I like to do is I teach to stand tall, and you have feet shoulder width apart. You just relax your hands to your side and you just kind of shake your hands, and you take in a deep breath, and you just simply ask your energy field, because we're energy. So when you're able to get in tune with your energy, you'll be able to notice by listening to the whispers or to the energy flow. You'll either flow to the side, which is kind of an answer saying, I'm not really sure, it's neutral. And when you're connecting with your energy field and you're asking questions, you'll either be pushed forward or backwards, and you just listen to the energy as you're asking these questions. So this is the practice, and you just stand tall and you ask, say I've been having a kink in my neck and it's just not going away, or I'm having a problem with digestion, because digestion is a major problem with going through menopause. So you just ask, where is this energy coming from? Why, what is the block? Can you show me where it's coming from? And as you're standing tall and you just feel the energy, you ask and you listen and you feel, is this energy coming from my heart? And you just wait and you pay attention to the energy. Nothing, it's just flowing. Is it coming from my mind? It might start pushing you forward. Okay, so then you say correct. So then now you're correcting that energy field. So that's just a basic example of understanding our energy field and how we can communicate with it. So the basic connection to asking that energy field and connecting with it on a daily basis would just simply stand tall and like a tree, standing tall with courage and asking, what is it you want me to know? Where is this coming from? And you just can if you're not sure and you don't have a lot of time, you just simply say, cancel any negative energy that does not serve my highest good. Let it go to the universe. Let it go. And as you're standing there, you just feel calm, and you might just feel a little bit of a sway. So you're neutral energy now. And then you say, with love in your heart, you can put your hand on your heart, correct heart, body, mind, and spirit. Thank you. And so it is. It's a very simple practice. And when you do that, you'll notice the peace, the harmony that just showers over you. That'll take less than a minute, and it just recenters your energy field, and you don't have to think about it. You just let it go to the universe, and then you trust the universe to come in and to correct. First, you cancel it, any negative energy that doesn't serve your highest good, then you correct it, and you trust the process. Correct heart, body, mind, and spirit, and you always end with gratitude.
I love that. I love that because it's like a recalibration every morning to calm the nervous system, tap into your body. Because so many times, I mean, I know I'm so guilty of this. You just sort of, your feet hit the floor and you hit the ground running. I get up, I feed my cats, I make my coffee, I check my email, I turn the TV on, whatever it is, and I'm completely ignoring myself. Whereas if you get up and take this tiny practice, I mean, you can literally do it right before you brush your teeth,
or make it a routine while
and
you're brushing your teeth.
make it a routine. Yes.
Yeah, and when you get up in the morning, always remind yourself that you are the light. So you're waking up in this bubble of light, and you surround yourself with light, because that's the light that you are. And you can just put your hand on your heart and say, thank you. I'm waking up in the light that I am, and the light being that I am. And then you can go on, and as you're doing your morning routine, just practice that. Cancel Any negative energy that does not serve my highest good, let it go. Correct. Heart, body, mind, and spirit. Always with gratitude. Thank you, because you're trusting the universe and you let it go.
That's a
It's a
great
wonderful
way
practice.
to, yeah, that's a great way to set the stage for a
And
calm
it's simple because
day.
you can do it wherever you are.
Right.
My favorite is out in nature because I love nature, as you know. And I will find where the sun is shining and I'll let the sun shine on my pituitary while I do it. Because when we do this, it lifts our serotonin levels, it increases our vitamin D, it helps with our immune system. So it's like a win-win. It's like a bath in nature. I like to nurture myself in nature. So you can practice it wherever you are. And I have other practices too, but that's just a simple one that anybody can do.
Yeah. So it's spiritual and scientific, just like so
Mhm,
many modalities like meditation and yoga. It's not just about doing something spiritual. It's actually, scientifically proven
mhm,
to calm your nervous system and to lower your heart rate and to boost your serotonin, your feel good chemicals, and
mhm.
to calibrate your circadian rhythm because you're getting into that sun first thing in the morning. So oh my
Yeah,
God.
I visualize it like a shower on all my internal organs, my
Yeah.
neurons, my cells, my spine, my heart. So I just visualize this power of light energy just showering my whole body, and it just lights me up from the inside out. And when we start practicing it, it just becomes, like you said, like natural, like a natural routine, like brushing our teeth, because it's part of self-care, is allowing pathways inside of our body to let go so that our body can work the way it's supposed to, in harmony and balance and with joy and productivity, and so that our body can work the way it's supposed to work.
Yeah, and like you said, the light. It's that light, it's that joy, it's that passion that shines out. And
Mhm,
that's what vibrancy is. And I know a
mhm,
lot of women in midlife start feeling like, "Oh, I'm not vibrant anymore." And
mhm,
that is the opposite of the truth because you are so much richer and so much deeper and you have so much more wisdom and depth of quality
mhm.
that you are vibrant. This might be the most vibrant part of your life. And I love this morning practice because it really taps you into your vibrancy, which will then glow out and
Mhm.
create that ripple effect in your life and
And it
spread
starts your day
out
off
to your
right
loved
too.
ones. Yeah, to your career, to your relationships, whatever it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, and just starting your day with joy and light and vibrancy. Thank you. I can't wait to replay this recording and put this into practice for myself because I know even when you were describing it, I felt like a relaxation through my shoulders. I realized I was tensing them up, which, a lot of us do. And so just, it starts with the physical and then it goes so much deeper.
Well,
So
yeah, and I want to just remind your viewers real quick too. Some people cannot stand. So like we're sitting now. So that's a practice that you can also visualize. So if you're someone who cannot stand, you can practice it as a visual way of doing it while you're sitting.
perfect. Yes, thank you. So I know that you have piqued some curiosity from a lot of people who would like to learn more about you and about what you do. So if they want to find you, where is the best place that they can do that?
Oh, right now, Deborah K Coaching. So you could go to deborahkcoaching.com and find out more about my Light Up Your Midlife Wellness program that I have. Inside there, I'm offering right now a gift of a white light energy, and then a follow up to that after 7 days, where you'll get your wellness tracker with a consultation with me, where we can just talk and chat about ways that we can help you move through midlife.
Awesome. Awesome. I know a lot of people are going to want to take advantage of that. Well, Deborah, thank you
Thank
so
you
much for
so
being
much.
here.
And
And
thank you, Sarah, for what you're doing and bringing love and light to the world and to so many, through your challenges, being a light, helping others to know not to give up as well, to be
yeah,
strong
you
and
as well.
courageous.
You
Thank
as
you.
well. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, everybody, for being here and for listening in.
thank you.
As always, I appreciate it, and I will see you next time.